Hey! Today I'm going to mod a Game Boy Advance for the first time, and it's actually my first hardware mod ever. I'm gonna make it beautiful with a custom shell, lens, buttons, membranes, and a new screen. So the main goal today is basically to make the prettiest GBA I can and also to not ruin anything. The process is technically very simple, but sometimes things don't go the way you planned, especially when you're a little baby noob. But that's fine, it'll probably work out in the end. Hopefully. Hi, this is Unboxing Youth. Hi. When I was looking for a GBA to mod, I decided on this one from eBay because the seller's location was super close by and I was very excited, so I wanted to get it quickly. It's kinda dirty and the battery cover is missing, but that's fine because obviously we're gonna give it a makeover. For the screen, I got an OEM-sized IPS screen because the shell I wanted was not made for larger screens and I didn't want to do any trimming. And this is the shell I got, which I was really happy to see back in stock since I've been wanting it for a while. It's hard to see it on camera sometimes, but it's an iridescent shell and it's very, very pretty and I'm very happy about it. And I also got a pink lens, pink membranes, gold flake buttons, etc. So I removed the motherboard from the old housing and quickly realized I had no instructions to follow for any of this screen replacement stuff. I was just like, literally, what is all this? But thankfully the site I bought everything from, Retro Game Repair Shop, had a tutorial video on the product page, so yeah, adhesive for the screen, insulating film, little thingies to help with the screen placement. We were in business. With this kit, if you want to do a little soldering, the screen will have a built-in on-screen display menu, which will let you adjust brightness, color, etc. But even though I did buy a cheap soldering iron some time ago, I'm just still a little too nervous to mess with all that, but I'll probably give it a shot when I'm feeling more comfortable. But aside from that, it was just a matter of getting the screen placement right and then attaching the ribbon cables and putting everything back together. I also put in a USB-C battery because you pretty much just drop that bad boy in there after snipping a little plastic thingy off the shell, though I kind of regretted it because the fit wasn't the best. But oh well, it was all pretty easy, so the only thing left to do was turn it on and give it a little test run. Oh, never mind. Okay, so when I bought the GBA and the listing said tested and working, I was like, oh sick, and kinda sorta didn't test it out before modding it. Why didn't I test it out beforehand? I'm glad you asked, my dear viewer. The truth is, I'm just naive and thought if it said it worked, it probably did. I proceeded to crash out a little bit because even though I wasn't sure what was wrong, I couldn't get the GBA open again to figure it out because one of the screws got stripped and I couldn't get it out for the life of me. At the least, I was informed by multiple people it was probably just an issue of the power switch needing to be cleaned, but sadly in order to do that, I just had to break that shell open, which hurt a little. A lot. A whole bunch actually. Also in the process of trying to remove the screen, I wasn't careful enough and ruined it, so that would need replacing. But that's fine, I'm an optimist, so I was pretty sure it'd all be worth it in the end. In addition to ordering the screen and shell replacements, I also decided to order a mint green lens instead of sticking with the pink, and also some purple membranes to mix with the pink one since I thought a bit more color variation would be really cute with the iridescent shell. Everything I ordered came within the week, thank you Retro Game Repair Shop, you're goated, and it was time to fix this little dude and redeem myself. I got some deoxit for the cleaning I needed to do, and yeah, it was a little dirty. I also cleaned near the battery thingy, cause I thought that also looked kinda dirty, not sure if that mattered, but I figured why not be safe. Speaking of batteries, I decided not to do the USB-C battery this time because I wasn't a fan of how wonky the fit was. Anyway, I decided to do a test before putting the whole thing back together this time, and would you look at that? It's a YewfNet. A WFI, something like that. Yay, so I put everything back together, but there was one more issue. The screen adhesive had given me some trouble this time, and it got a bit misshapen and stretched out so you could see it at the top of the screen, and it was ugly. This was really bothering me, so I decided to take this thing apart one last time to fix it. I carefully removed the screen this time with a little heat and just threw the messed up adhesive away. When I was searching for a quick alternative to keep the screen in place, I saw someone on Reddit say they used some cut up magic eraser wedges, and I was like, oh, that's weird, let's do that. I know magic erasers are abrasive, but just as a wedge I think it should be fine. It shouldn't really move around and rub against anything, and if it does, I will take the L on that one. But yeah, it's not perfect, but it looks way better this way, and I'm very happy about that. It figures my first hardware mod would have some issues, but at least I learned some lessons and I'll do even better next time. At the end of the day, I think it's really pretty, and I'm proud of it, and now I kinda wanna mod my Game Boy DMG and Game Boy Color, so maybe I'll do that soon. Before I go, I wanted to give a big shout out to Retro Game Repair Shop for sponsoring me and sending me this funny playing FPGA GBC kit to try out. It's basically a build your own GBC handheld kind of deal, and it's even compatible with original GBC cartridges as well as flash cards, and it has USB-C charging. It was really easy to put together, and I think it's super cool, so I definitely recommend it if you're into handhelds. I'd also like to shout them out for their really fast shipping. The things I got for the GBA were not sponsored, but my orders from them arrived really quickly, making it possible to get my GBA redemption arc going as soon as possible. So yeah, really good stuff, and I'd recommend them for sure. Thank you so much for watching, and a big thank you to my patrons. If you'd like to support the channel like an absolute Chad, consider checking out my Patreon, which I'll link in the description. Anyways, thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye!